I'm Kevin Coleman, and we just had a Chillicothe Council session, and you're Jason Salley.
Yes.
You spoke to Council earlier this year in January about gun violence, and you came to speak again.
Yes, that's correct. Back in January, I told City Council about the triple shooting involving a family member of ours back in December of 2023. And since then, it seems like things have gotten worse when it comes to gun violence in our community. There's been no concrete steps taken by our City Council, and today I decided to come back and address that because just a few weeks ago we had another shooting in Chillicothe. This time my same family member was dodging gunfire just from simply walking on the flood wall, went to visit another family member's house on Mulberry, and wrong place, wrong time. Two gunmen opened fire and they had to flee down to the city park. We have to do something. We are in a small town. We shouldn't have big city crime. We shouldn't have gun violence rampant on our streets to where our children have to be afraid to go to simple things as the Halloween festival, not knowing if somebody's got a gun there that could open fire. So tonight I asked Council to finally stand up and say enough's enough. We want safe streets again in Chillicothe.
You're holding a folder from the Brady?
Yes. I've reached out to the Brady National Gun Violence Prevention Association, and we've created a local Scioto Valley chapter to address the gun violence in our community, both in Ross County as well as in Pike County. Working to come up with concrete solutions that we can apply both at the local level, but at the state and national level. Because gun violence is a multifaceted problem, and we have to address it accordingly. Tonight I mentioned things such as increased mental health services for our youth, more police on the streets, getting them the equipment and the personnel they need to investigate where the inflow of guns is coming into our community. And to also look at grant funding for gun lock boxes. The City of Columbus provides free gun lock boxes to anybody who asks for them. That is vital to help keep guns out of the hands of people that don't need to have them. The most recent shooting in Chillicothe involved a 20-year-old and a 15-year-old. A 15-year-old should never have had a gun in their possession, let alone use it in a shooting.
And that was the incident that involved your niece?
This was the second one, where she was walking along the flood wall and had happened to get tired and wanted to visit her family member on Mulberry. And when she turned on to Mulberry, that wrong place, wrong time, two gunmen opened fire on a house. My nephew also made eye contact as he was staring out the window wondering what was happening. He made eye contact with the shooter as they was unloading a barrage of bullets into the neighbor's home. That's trauma on top of trauma. And these are things that this community, Chillicothe is a small community. The size that we are, we should not see gun violence at the levels we are. Since 2022, we've had nearly 100 reported shootings in Chillicothe. That's unbelievable. That's unheard of. And something has to be done. And tonight I stood not as an angry parent, but as someone ready to stand on the front line to try to make a difference and work with our local government to try to bring about positive change and curb the gun violence in Chillicothe.
And one of the council members said that the police are just going from one incident to another and that more funding might help them.
Absolutely. We need more funding so they can investigate where this flow of guns is coming into. Are we dealing with guns that are being stolen from people's homes, from vehicles? Or are we talking about illegal gun trade being brought in from Columbus or other areas? The police need the tools to investigate these cases and start bringing this gun violence levels down, because one life is too many. One family traumatized is one too many. And I don't know what it will take in this town for us to finally say enough's enough. We demand safe streets again in Chillicothe.
Well, when I cover the grand jury, they give me a briefing. Whenever I see someone who's from out of town who's indicted, I make it very clear that they are not local, that they're Columbus or Dayton or Portsmouth. So we're less than an hour's drive from Columbus, and so I can understand how a lot of those crimes are coming from the big city.
We need the tools necessary to stop that influx from coming into Chillicothe of guns. And we also have to work with our kids in schools about, conflict resolution, find programs to teach them that there is better ways than going out on these streets, picking up a gun, and then ruining your life as well as somebody else's. Because gun violence is a onion, so to speak. It's layer upon layer of trauma. It don't affect just one person. It affects families, communities, neighborhoods, and entire areas. And we have to do something about it before more people are harmed, more people die. We have to address this now.
If people want to help you, how can they learn more and contact you?
They can visit the Brady Scioto Valley chapter. We're on Facebook, posting a lot of information. We are a new organization in town, so we're looking for more members, more folks to get involved. So feel free to reach out to us on Facebook, Brady Scioto Valley chapter. That's the best way to get a hold of us right now.
All right, Jason Salley, who's concerned about gun violence here in Chillicothe and Ross County. Thank you very much.
Thank you.